Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Welcome back to the channel. Just got back from the range with Junk Food Zombie and his wife. Just wanted to make a quick little video. Been meaning to do a video about like this for a while, just to talk about gun people. And when I say gun people, I mean people that legally own guns, law-abiding people such as myself and Junk Food Zombie. Although his CZ Scorpion pistol with the Shockwave brace may or may not have touched his shoulder today. I can't confirm or deny that. But generally, gun people are good people. I've said before, you meet the nicest people at the gun range, and that once again proved itself true today. As Junk Food Zombie and I were there shooting his CZ Scorpion, I had the AK SBR and my 300 Blackout SBR there, and a couple other guns. A couple ladies came up, older ladies, they're probably 50s, 60s, maybe even older, one of them. And it just goes to show that the gun culture spreads all across any, cultures, age range, male, female, what have you. This lady that showed up, she was shooting with her younger sister, teaching her how to shoot. She said it was her baby sister, actually, so I don't know if it was just her only other sister or just the youngest of her sisters, but that's what she told us. She had a Rock Island Armory 22 TCM. We didn't know that at first. I was shooting the AK, which sounds like a cannon if you've never shot a short barrel AK. If you've never done that, you need to do that. But this lady, the older of the two ladies, steps up to the firing line and starts shooting, what appeared to be a 1911. We're like, what on earth is she shooting? It sounded like a 44 Magnum or something going off. So after she comes back to the bench, we walk over there and find out she's shooting the Rock Island Armory 22 TCM. And that's the first time that Junk Food Zombie or myself have seen that gun and the round in person. I've actually seen the brass in person. We got a piece of brass right here that I picked up from the range. 22 TCM. It's basically a 9mm neck down to shoot I believe it's a 40 or 48 grain 22 caliber projectile. Either way, it's screaming out of the pistol. But you see this lady on the surface, looks like your stereotypical grandmother who you would think might have a 38 special sitting in the top of her closet that was loaded 25 years ago, and she keeps it up there for defense and never shoots it for practice. But this lady definitely knew her guns. She seemed very knowledgeable about firearms just in the short little simple conversations we had with her. And this goes to show, once again, that gun people are good people. She was nice enough to let us shoot a few rounds out of the gun and experience it, and it was a very, very smooth shooting gun. I may have to pick one of those up. If ammo was a little more available, which she said it also came with a 9mm barrel. So there you go. Shoot some 22 TCM when you want, and 9mm just for practice. But that would be a great gun for an older lady or someone of male or female of smaller stature that can't handle a lot of recoil. But she was very nice enough to let us try it out, experience the gun, see what it felt like, and we let her, Junk Food Zombie let her shoot his guns, and I showed her my 300 Blackout SBR. She loved the trigger on it. It's got a CMC flat single stage trigger in it, 3.5 pound trigger. She liked that trigger. She loved it. She said that was a very nice weapon. So this lady obviously knew her stuff. But this is not the first time that's happened to me at the range. One of the first times, I think it was the second or third time I had this AK right here. Now, once I had the SBR Form 1 stamp back on it, approved and signed and everything, I was out there, ran into a guy I've seen a lot before at the range. He's usually there with his son, who's probably 13, 14. But he had just got a Century Arms C39 V2 that he was shooting. And I said, hey, you want to shoot this one? She said, sure. You want to shoot mine? I said, okay. So we did magazine for magazine. I gave him 30 rounds, and he let me shoot 30 rounds out of his. Very nice guy. You know, a lot of other circles, hobbies, you don't really see that kind of thing. So that just goes to show that gun people are good people. It's a community that is almost anxious to spread knowledge. You know, there's a lot of very knowledgeable people in the gun world, as you see here on YouTube, especially with the big gun channels. People are anxious to spread knowledge about the firearms, shooting sports. So if you're not really into guns, you know, that definitely think about taking it up as a hobby. You know, just sport shooting. If you're not into self-defense, if you don't want to shoot a person, you don't want to shoot an animal, you know, whatever, target shooting. It's a great sport, especially for youngsters. It teaches them safety, teaches them responsibility, teaches them how to be a law-abiding adult. I know for myself, and maybe you included, with gun purchases and having NFA items, and with my job, I've been through more background checks than a lot of people that I know. Especially with my job, I've been through very, very extensive background checks. So if you're looking for a good group of people to hang around, definitely check out gun groups. You know, go to your local range, check it out, meet some people there. Maybe rent a gun if you don't own one. Try it out. If you ask anybody else in the range that's there to give you some help, maybe a few pointers, I guarantee you they would be more than happy to do that. And also check out your local cigar store if you're into that kind of thing. A lot of cigar guys are gun guys. I know my local cigar store, you go in there, the owner, and probably 90% of the time, he's got some sort of weapon on him. Usually it's Glock. So yeah, if you're really, you know, like I said, if you're not into having a gun for self-defense or hunting, like me, I'm not a hunter. Never hunted anything in my life. Don't have a desire to. You know, the thought of shooting a deer or whatever, it doesn't appeal to me. I understand that some people do like that, and that's fine. If that's what they want to do, have at it. It's America. You're more than welcome. So yeah, gun people are good people. As long as they're, you know, law-abiding, which I don't think you'll see many non-law-abiding people at your local gun range. So go check it out. You might be surprised what you see.